Morning. Oh boy. Yeah, you look about as I expected. I know you've never been good at or liked getting up early, so this must be painful for you. But trust me, this 5 a.m. wake up will be worth it. You're going to absolutely love where I'm taking you. And there's something special about waking up while it's still dark and getting to see the sun rise while you're driving and knowing that you get to relax for a few days. It's really peaceful. Now, did you have your bag packed and ready to go? Okay, well, I can help you pack. It's not too much of a bother. You shouldn't need a whole lot after all. I'll be carrying the food and most of the tent gear. I think it would make it fair if you just have your clothes and all of the sleeping gear in yours. And then all we need is each other and some energy. Oh, come on. It's not going to be that bad. If you need to sleep, you can sleep in the car. Yeah, I can tell you're tired. That's alright though. If you need some sleep, you can sleep in the car. I will miss the banter though. Alright, if that's everything, I'll grab your bag and we can get going. So, I know I haven't told you much about where we're going, but I can tell you it's absolutely beautiful. And thank you for trusting me. Um, I, to my shame, can never remember the name of this place, but I've been there so many times now that I swear I could drive there blindfolded. No, trust me, cover my eyes, I'll do it. Okay, don't actually. I mean, there aren't any cars on the road, but I would like to stay on it. So, would you like to know more about the place we're going to? Alright. So, the main reason we're waking up so early is because it's a long walk and there is a lot to see. Honestly, it's insane there. There are so many incredible sights all in one place. I think about the quickest I've ever gone up the mountain was about 5 hours. I wasn't running up it, but I was going at a decent pace. But doing it normally takes about 7 hours if you're stopping and looking at everything, maybe 8 or 9. But, you know, we can take our time. I've got all the right gear. We're able to stay there for the few days that we've got planned out. You know what? I think I am going to keep the rest of the trip a secret. If I told you what we're going to come across, you'll be spoiled, and the impact won't be as incredible. The first time I was there, it was something really special, and I really hope it's going to be as memorable for you as it was for me. Oh, did you grab your swimmers as well? Okay, good, you remembered. There's a really amazing spot where you can. Oh, right, not spoiling anything. Sorry if I'm excited over this. I'm just really hyped to share this place with someone, and you're the first person I'm taking there. Oh, right. If you get hungry at all, I have some snacks in a bag down at your feet. Just some small things we can munch on until we get to the area we'll be camping in. Then we can just set up our campfire, cook our dinner, then we get to roast some wonderful marshmallows. I made them myself, you know. It only took like 7 attempts, but you know, I eventually got it. And then we can just sit and enjoy the night sky with nature all around us. Man, just talking about it is making me keen to be there. It's still about an hour or so for the drive, so if you want to get a bit more shut eye, then you're welcome to. Always got to stretch after a drive like that. Wasn't even that long. My body's got to start working. Well, here we are. And you're waking up just in time. Come on, let's hop on out. This is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And I cannot wait for you to have it. I'll go get the bags out of the back, and we can gear up and get going. Okay, so this one's yours and these two are mine. Well, yeah, I have two. One's for the camping and cooking gear, and the other's for the food and clothes. It shouldn't be too bad to carry up, as I've done it before. If you insist. But, I'm carrying it up first. If I get tired, I'll let you carry it. Then we can just rotate until we get up there. At least once we're done, we'll be carrying a lot less down. There is a lot of food in this bag. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go have one hell of a week. And of course, since it's not my first time up here, I left us something a little special up there for this trip. No, just like the journey, the destination is a mystery. Okay, as corny as it is, it's still true. And just like books or movies, the payoff will be worth it. God, at least I hope so. But you said you're a nature lover, so you should like this. To get the most out of this trip, we'll be making multiple stops on the way up. Some of the places we stop at we'll end up revisiting once we have everything set up, but before we start on the trail, we should read the introduction sign and acknowledge the people of this land. And if there's an issue with that, then this ain't for you. Alright, let's go. Okay, first stop. This river may not seem like a whole lot, but it's coming from the top of the mountain. Yeah, look, if you just lean over, just past that tree. Yeah, you can get a pretty good view of it. It's a pretty straight run, and it's really cool. There are some really nice Aboriginal Dreamtime stories about it too. Well, I don't remember the whole story for this river specifically. I do know that it was used as a sacred birthing ground for a very long time. Now people come and swim here as if it was nothing. And it's really upsetting to see a lack of respect for the past. Although I've never swum in it, I have watched it plenty of times, and I have to admit it's pretty therapeutic. But sometimes, very rarely, you can spot a platypus swimming around. It's rare to see them out and about. They're also a lot smaller than you would think. If you're ever near any of them for whatever reason, best keep your distance. If it's a female one and it decides to not like you, they've got some pretty poisonous claws. Come on, let's keep going. We can take a proper rest at the next stop. It'll be a good spot to have the rest of our snacks, and should keep us going until we reach our camping spot. Now, let's get going. I want us to see the next part so bad. Oh man, look at that view. Being able to see the start of the valley as the sun is still rising is always a treat. The rough mountains contrasted by all the lush greenery, and then you have the river running through the middle of it. God, it's perfect. Very picturesque. You could make a painting of this, and you wouldn't believe it's a real place. But here we are. There's a good spot to sit while we watch the sunrise, and we can finish up these snacks too. It feels really good to be back, you know. I can't imagine how good you'd be feeling at the moment. Finally getting some time off. I know how stressed you've been lately with work and, well, just life in general, I suppose. Everything happening right now is just really bad timing. It always is. But we're out here. Everything happening right now is just really bad timing. It always is. But we're out here to forget about the issues that plague us in the real world and focus on taking a breather in the wilderness. Oh, right. 1 second. Okay, look away real quick. Alright, great. Look back. Yeah, my hands are behind my back. No, don't worry about it. Look, no, okay. I have something for you, but you can only choose one hand. So, will you go with the left or the right? No, I'm not telling you what it is. I want to keep it a secret. It's more entertaining that way. I know I'm keeping a lot of secrets this trip, but that's just part of the fun. And trust me, it's worth it. I don't want you to set your expectations too high. Alright. Just face me and take your pick. Left or right? Alright. Here, catch. Yes, it is a freshly picked apple. I hope you weren't expecting anything too special. Well, it is special to me though. It's one of the first 2 fully grown apples from my tree. Yeah, it's finally pumping them out. The right season for it too. Yeah, surprise. They were the same thing. I think you got the better one though. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's the good stuff. The small things like this. That's what makes life so enjoyable. You don't get to experience such a bliss as comforting as this. Especially with how the world works lately. But that's what makes this trip such a special occasion. You can get so caught up with a mundane work life that you forget what it's like to truly live and be free of your everyday responsibilities. Sometimes you can just enjoy life by sitting down, looking at a gorgeous place, eating fresh juicy food and being with someone you care immensely about. Well, yeah, I do care about you that much. You're someone that is extremely important and special to me. There isn't anyone else I could think of spending this time with. Hey, if you want, you can come give me a hug. You look like you need it. God, you give good hugs. Alright, well, we've had a decent amount of rest, a good conversation, and a nice snack. I'd say we're good to get on the move again. Unless there was something you needed to do. Oh, just retie your shoelaces? Well, I may as well do mine now anyway. Doesn't hurt to do them after all. Doesn't hurt to do them anyway. All good? Awesome. Let's get moving. We've made it a decent way now. This is just past the halfway point. I've always used this as a 60% mark, I guess. But have a look at this place. Don't get too close to the edge though. You may be able to hear the water crashing, but it's still a big drop. And I think it'd give me a heart attack if you got too close. Well, yeah, I said it's okay to be adventurous today, but there is a line between adventure and danger. It is beautiful though, isn't it? Seeing the water's edge drop while it's surrounded by large trees and foliage. I can just imagine wallabies and roos just coming up and drinking just to get spooked by some sticks breaking and bouncing off. I can just imagine wombats cruising up to the river, drinking, seeing them bounce off and going, I'm going on with my life, and just dawdle on along. We can always come back later if you want to check this area out more, but I think we should get going so we can set everything up in time. There's only 2 areas left, and they're my absolute favourite ones. Then finally our campsite. I'm so excited to show it to you. Come on, let's get going. Hey, so I know we promised not to talk too much about the real world while we're out here, and I'm sorry that I've been bringing it up, but I really need to ask what's been happening. You seem so torn up over the last few weeks. You've seemed so torn up over the last few weeks I've seen you, and you've been getting startled over the smallest things. I can tell that things aren't okay, which was half the reason I wanted to bring you out here. But more than that, I want to know how to help you. I'm willing to take the weight and pressure off you from anything. And it doesn't matter to me if it's a physical or mental burden. I just want to make life easier. It's okay. You don't need to answer straight away. Take as much time as you need to think about it. And remember that I'll always be here to listen to you. And I'll do what I can to help. Now, no more thinking about adult problems. We're about to witness one of the coolest places I've ever seen. Let's go have a look. I hope you don't mind dark places. I have my flashlight on me, so it's not too bad. And it's only for the entrance, so you won't need to worry too much. From my experience, there aren't any bats or anything like that in here, so that's not a problem. Also, do you remember why I told you to bring those swimmers? Well, it wasn't for the river or anything like that. It's for this. I don't know how it happens, but in the middle of a mountain, a random, almost secret underground lake, there are plants that grow within range of the natural light. If you look up, you'll see where the light's coming from. You can see the open roof all the way up there. The water is crystal clear. I can see almost every detail of the rock bottom. Here, feel the water. It's just below body temperature. I'm certain this used to be a volcano millions of years ago, but once it died, the dirt piled up. But the center remains hollow, so we got this. There are still plenty of things to learn about this place, but that can wait till later. No, it isn't a secret this time. It just doesn't appear during the daytime. We're in the final stretch now, so we can get moving, then finally set up camp and relax for a little bit, get some food into us, and man, finally get to take a breather. Welcome to what is basically my home away from home. A nice cleared spot with a great view of the entire region. Shit, are you okay? Just exhausted? Alright, just breathe. Just try to lower your heart rate. There you go. You should be fine. Sorry about that though. If I knew you were pushing yourself to get to this point, I would have slowed down. I know you don't do this type of hiking often and it can really take it out of you, but you did an incredible job making it to the end. And as a reward, I'll set the entire camp up. You can just lay there and, well, I guess witness nature. No. Just lay down. I don't want you to do anything, just catch up with yourself. It's fine. I'll do it. I offered, and you need the rest. If you do feel better without forcing yourself, then I'm fine with you helping out. Oh, and here. It's the second last juice box. Just something simple to keep you going for the time being. Now, I have a temporary home to make. Alright. And there it is. You can probably tell from the branding, but I've spent a decent amount of money on this gear. Since I do it so often, it's pretty good to have the luxury stuff. So, you feeling better now? Rest enough? No. Come on. I'll show you what we have. So, here we have our very high quality tent that sleeps 4 and has multiple storage spaces. I'm sure for the most part it'll just be for sleeping and laughing over goofy stuff all night. Then, over here we have our outdoor shower with a water catchment in the bottom so we don't waste any. It is pretty spacious in there, so you have some pretty good freedom to move. Now, in the centre, we have our campfire. The campfire is basic and, you can't really get any fancy ones. The table above it is a heat plate to cook food on, and to the side of that is a different table for food preparation, and that's where we'll also be washing things up. Then finally, we have our table and seats, where, as you can imagine, we sit, eat and drink, and talk shit for way too long into the night. Oh, yeah, I whacked all this up while you were out. I've gotten pretty damn good at doing it, so naturally I got pretty fast at it. Stop worrying about that though. We should get your bag inside and unpack. Then we can finally start cooking dinner. I'm glad to have somewhere to store all... I'm glad I'd have somewhere to store all this stuff, otherwise I'd be pretty screwed. Yeah, no, the elders allowed me to have a little shed put up here. It's only small, but it allows me to store the shower and have all the other camping gear other than the tent up here. So I don't have to haul that up each time. I also have a little refrigerator that's gas powered, so that's always a bonus. Here, have a look. It is a lot more spacious on the inside. I've already got the inflatable bed up too. And yeah, we'll be sharing the bed since there's only one. At least it's a double. I also made sure to bring extra blankets in case it gets colder. And if it gets worse, then we're probably just gonna have to rely on body heat. Why are you getting so red, huh? I'm not sure what you're stumbling about, but I'm clearly thinking from a purely survival perspective. You are too, right? Uh-huh. Of course. Well, you have, I think, 4 or 5 areas you can store stuff in over there. I already did mine, so I'll leave you to do your things. I'm not going to try and organise that mess. I'll go grab one of those things I was keeping secret. I'll see you in a bit. There we go. Something extra to spice this week up with. I decided on one trip to just haul a big old collection of grog up here, so if I ever wanted to have a drink, I'd just choose from the pile. There are some very nice vintage drinks that I keep up for very special occasions. We could even crack one while we're here. But for the most part, I think I have every type of drink under the sun. And if that isn't your prerogative, that's fine. We always have water. I do have mixers here as well, somewhere. But that can wait. We should finally get around to eating though, because I am starving. Now, we do have a few options, and I'm sure you'll remember what a few of these are. So, we have our classic, the I want to cook but not really care meal, the chicken schnitzel. Now, obviously, I had to pre crumb them, but they'll be just as good, don't you worry. We could also have our wonderfully marinated pork cutlets. Thanks for the recipe, by the way. They tasted fucking incredible. So, I am very keen to give these a try. And we also have steaks that have very basic seasoning on it. I know, I should season it while I cook it, but I can't carry all that stuff up here with us. Now, we also have a falafel pasta salad ready to go, and enough stuff to make a great big garden salad. See? I told you I came prepared, and I'm not one for terribly boring food, so if I'm going to be having basic food, I might as well give it a bit of flavour. Now we should choose what to eat so the rest of this can be kept refrigerated. Yeah, I'm good with that. I was pretty impartial anyway, so I was happy to have anything. So let's get to it. Oh, and you know how this works. It's the same as when we're over each other's places. One cooks and one cleans. So which would you like me to do? Yeah, I can cook. Using foreign cooking gear can throw you off a little, so I don't really mind showing you the little fidgety parts. Then you can give it a run tomorrow if you want. Thankfully, most of these are pre-prepared, so we're pretty much good to go. Hey, have you heard of this one before? Yeah, that's not too surprising. It's not too well known, but I really enjoy them as a special occasion type of drink. Yeah, give it a run. So, how do you find it? Yeah, it's a little bitter, but if you don't like it, that's fine. Not all drinks are for everyone, and that's okay. I never understood why people gatekeep stuff like alcohol or food. Man, it's dumb. So, what'd you end up having? Ooh, good choice. Yeah, I'll have a little bit. Yeah, that's about as good as I remember. Oh, yeah. You know what doing this reminded me of? Do you remember what we got up to last time we were at yours? I can understand if you didn't. We were very, very drunk. I wouldn't be shocked if you didn't touch alcohol afterwards because of how sick you were for the next 2 days. But I just remember us basically melting into the couch, barely able to comprehend our surroundings, and playing Mario Kart. I'm not sure how much playing there was, but more grinding against the walls while the bots flew past us. We were still having a blast though. But past that, I remember one of us mentioning we were hungry and it went bad. It just set off a chain reaction. We started talking about foods we liked and then we just listed different franchises and what we wanted to have. Do you remember what that culminated in? A little. Well, we ordered something like it was over $100 worth of food. We had an absurd amount from all over the place. The most impressive part about it all is that we ate all of it. Like, I don't even know where it went. I just. I think we had a pretty solid food and alcohol coma afterwards because we didn't wake up until the afternoon. I I was feeling fine, but you seemed to be in a pretty rough state. After checking on you, and I saw what state we left your place in, and boy oh boy, it was messed up. Half the pillows were all... Better flip these real quick. Where was I? Oh yeah, half the pillows were all strewn about the floor. Empty food bags being collected on the table. Controllers in places I wouldn't have thought. Of. And of course, empty bottles all over the place. I always seem more productive when I'm hungover, so I cleaned the place up and, well, did what I could to make it look like it usually did. The best thing about nights like those is that they were spontaneous. We didn't know what either of us were doing, and all it took was a few messages. Hey, what are you up to? Nothing, why? Want to grab some drinks and hang out till we pass out? Sounds good, see you in 10. Works for me. Awesome, see you then. It's really special to me that we have this type of relationship. You have been an incredible friend. You've always supported me and been there when I needed you most. I'm not really sure where I would be without you, and I feel like I could never pay you back for all that you've done for me. Well, I did try my best to help you out when you were in need, but I always feel like it was never enough. And I know I'm my own person and I can't miraculously fix things for others, but I wish I could. You are the one person I can think of that doesn't deserve everything you've been through. I just wanna... Oh, yeah. No, these would be good to take off. Anyway, I just wanted to bring up that time we got messed up, just to say that I appreciate you and everything you've done. Thanks. It means a lot hearing it from you. But all that talk of food has made me hungry, and we have an amazing meal right in front of us. After we eat and let our food settle, we can finally go check out the final thing I was keeping a secret. We have to backtrack a bit, but it's absolutely worth it. However, it's food time now, so let's dig in. Remember that food coma I mentioned earlier? Yeah, I feel like I'm 30% there. No. I still want to show you the thing again. Trust me, it's really cool, and I felt like I just faded out of existence last time I was there. Honestly, it's pretty awesome, and no, you know what? Come on, stand up. We should get going. Yeah. Well, let's go now. Wait, I need my shoes. Don't want to be walking on this terrain without it. Now let's get going to this cave again. Oh, right. We need our swimmers. And some drinks. I'd like us to stay down there for a little while and absorb the environment. It's almost cleansing. But we need those things first. And then, we can head. You can't really tell much of a difference between daytime and nighttime because of how dark it is yet. But, oh, I'm good. Just a bit of soft ground. Anyway, the main reveal I was waiting for you to see is this. Have a look at the walls. You can see all the geodes and different minerals illuminate under the moonlight. And here, have a look at the water. Because of its clarity, you can see it being lit up with all the same colours, plus the reflection of the stars. This place, well, honestly, it's fucking amazing. I understand why the elders of this region don't allow many people to come here. I've been on good terms with them for a while, and they let me bring you here out of good faith. And with the expression on your face, I can tell how you feel about this place. Come on, we should change into our swimmers. It's the perfect temperature to be swimming right now, and it adds so much to this experience. That's good. Remember, whatever we bring down, we take back with us. Hey, why are you sitting so far away? Come on, you can sit closer. I'm not gonna bite. Unless you want me to. I'm kidding. Or am I? No, I am. I'm not a vampire, but I suppose you don't need to be one to like biting. Anyway, I wanted to continue our talk from earlier. A little liquid courage will help get through this. But don't worry, it's nothing bad. It's just a little difficult to talk about with you. I've confided in others about this, and they always say it would work, and it's a great match, but I just never find a way to approach it. Rather than sitting side by side, could we look at each other for this? Thanks. I wanted to say earlier that I just gotta get it out. Okay. Thanks. I know I shouldn't be tearing myself up about it, and that you won't judge me for what it is. Sorry about the tension. I really like you. As in, I like you. Fuck it. No, I love you. I love you so goddamn much, and I've been fucking terrified that you don't feel the same. I wanted this trip to be the perfect place to confess to you, and I feel like I blew it, and that... I think I know what that means, but just so there aren't any mixed messages, could we just be clear with each other? You do? Oh, thank God. No, thank you. I don't know what I would do without you. You're so fucking important to me that I can't overstate it. You are an incredibly caring, loving, wonderful, and funny person. You've helped me and plenty of others get through some really rough times. When you know, she died, you were there for me. A whole 2 months you took care of me. Shit, I could barely be convinced to get out of the bed to go to the bathroom, and I just wanted to run away, but you were there for me, and I know it was hard at first, but you eventually gave me the energy to live life again. You reinvigorated me, helped me see everything great in the world. You took me on our first ever hike, and it was meant to be a therapy walk, and it's opened me up to my favourite activity and lifestyle now. I owe everything to you. I would give anything and do anything to make you happy, but for the time being, I hope I'm enough. I love you. We should spend the rest of the night like this, eh? In each other's embrace, whether it's in the water or in our bed. To be able to hold you until we just can't anymore. We should get back to the campsite. We can just rest there for the last few hours of the night. Alright. Let's get going.